I'll figure out a way to bring Vicki over. Oh, hey, there she
Boom,
is.
there she is.
Bam.
Hey!
Hi, Vicki. You made it. Yay. So I'm board here that's supposed to be on board. So welcome. I see Ben, you're here, Ryan, Vicki, and I have Kamala here with me. So that's cool. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for showing up today. What we wanted to do is talk to you guys about a few things that are going on. I'm going to give Ryan the floor first. He's going to go ahead and tell us, just give us some updates on what's going on, like changes in 2016 that he kind of is seeing and taking advantage of, and then he's going to tell us how he went from like hardcore loser to hardcore closer in spite of naysayers. So Ryan, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor.
Man, we'll just jump right out here and get to it, huh? First of all, I'm excited to be on here. This is awesome, and to be a part of the event. You know, I do, even though I'm known as like a sales trainer or whatever, online, really the majority of my business is based around advertising. So that's what I follow on a regular basis, the different trends that are in the market and everything else. And obviously Instagram is ads that you can run through Facebook pages and stuff like that is a hot topic right now. That right now I'm putting probably $5,000 a month, which to some people might be a whole lot, some people not really, but $5,000 a month into Instagram ads. And you have to advertise differently on Instagram. Like what works on Facebook doesn't necessarily work on Instagram. So oftentimes, like one of the mistakes I see people making is thinking that a post that's going to get engagement and get read like to a blog or whatever on a Facebook ad, they're just go ahead and adding Instagram as another place to show that advertisement, which all they're doing is wasting money and impressions because people that are on Instagram aren't necessarily there to read blog posts, right? And it's not exactly easy to leave Instagram and go and register for a webinar or stuff like that. So you have to know exactly what it is. It's a great place to get leads, but you have to know exactly what it is that you can, what you're looking for and what you can and can't do. So I think when it comes to selling, you have to be able to sell everywhere, right? In your advertisements, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. And I think Instagram's a great place to sell people stuff if you do it right. So, any questions for me other than that? I know you wanted me to talk about my story too.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your story. I know a lot of people, you know, are interested in you. You have a huge following, so you know, a lot of your followers probably have already heard that. There's probably some people on here today that don't know you, so they're just hearing from you for the first time. So yeah, share a little bit of your background with us.
Someone that doesn't know Ryan?
I know.
Well, I'm from here in Dallas. I live like literally I can see the hospital that I was born in out my window right here. So I haven't like moved around too far from where I began. But I've lived an interesting life. I've been adopted. I've been I think you like pulled the camera up on yourself. We're all staring at you, Ben. I've been adopted, bankrupt. I didn't finish school. Like I've been in prison, stuff like that. So just about any excuse that you might be using in your life right now to avoid success or have a reason why you're not getting what you want in life, I've probably been through that and overcome it. And so you know what I try to do, and the reason why I think I have a big following is just keeping, you know, being honest about some of the things that I've been through in my life that most people don't like to share about. And, you know, such as the things that I've just listed, right? A lot of people keep those locked away as dark secrets, but I realize that in my marketplace, and pretty much today, everybody comes from some sort of a broken home, right? It's very, like, today you meet somebody like, dude, both of your parents are still together? Like, what kind of drugs are they on, right? Like, that's just something that doesn't happen anymore. Like, what kind of open relationship did they work out or whatever, right? It's just some unbelievable shit these days, especially when you get to be our age, right? And so we all come from like these sketchy backgrounds, especially as entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? We've all had to color across the lines a few times to make things work in our lives, right? Many people have sold drugs or, you know, books or, you know, gambling operations or whatever the case may be on the back end too. So, you know, I just try to resonate with all those people and speak about sales and stuff like that. But really, my message is more about, you know, overcoming any obstacles. I've literally gone from the penitentiary to the penthouse, right? I'm at the top of the building here, one of the nicest buildings in downtown My wife is forcing me to move to the suburbs again, which I'm not happy about. But for the time being, I'm still here in the penthouse anyway.
Do you guys get
That's
hitched? Huh? You guys already married?
no, it's just pretty much call her that anyway. Just might
Practice.
as well be
So,
practice. There you go.
so I'm excited to have you come out to Biz and Brews and speak to everybody. You're going to be teaching us, a lot about your sales tactics and stuff like that. Do you have something that you are going to be, or do you want to make like some special offer to the people who are here today that make the decision to come out to Biz and Brews?
Can you tell them what Biz and Brews is?
Yeah, I will.
Well, yeah. So if the people that come out to the event, I'm going to give
Kamala's
away a bunch of free stuff there anyway. Right.
cool.
That's one thing I'm good about. I'll have books and everything else that I give away once we get out to the event. What I am going to teach though is my catch selling system. So here's what I challenge anybody that's going to buy a ticket and come out to Biz and Brews, which Jody will talk about in a minute. Bring your objections, right? Write down the things that people tell you all the time and you can't seem to overcome and you can't seem the right thing. Bring them to me because I'll crush them, right? Like I'll take care of it. I'll close over it, and I'm going to teach all the people that show up my catch selling system, which it sells for $500. Like on a standalone product, everybody like gets that comes in to my high-end mastermind or my Break Free Academy. It's like the complete selling structure that we use and base all of our stuff on. So anybody that comes to Biz and Brews will like get that from me live, as well as I'll bring some books and stuff like that, and then give you a word track that you can use to close over your objections. So I promise it'll be fun too. I have these like no fucks given coins that I give out and stuff like that.
Oh, man.
It's always a good time.
Well, then I'll leave that for you to be a special thing. I was actually going to order some of those. That's awesome. I was going to order some and give some away, like in lieu of like a bag full of advertising. So let's talk a little bit about Biz and Brews. That's an event that's going to be hosted live here in Portland, Oregon. It's a 2-day event. Kind of carries over into the third day for somebody. So if you want to look that up, I'm going to be sharing my screen here in a minute, and we'll go through the page, and we'll talk about all the exciting things that you're going to get when you come to this awesome event. But first, before we get into that, the event's in March, but I want to bring Ben on. Actually, you know what? I want to bring Vicki on. Vicki, you're being kind of quiet over there. We need to see you liven up a little bit. Hi. Let me see. I think I have you muted. Hang tight. Can you Vicki, can you unmute yourself up at the top?
How about now?
There you go. There she is.
Hey.
Okay, awesome. So Vicki, welcome. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I'm really excited to have you on today. I'm sure you caught kind of what Ryan's little advice was on Instagram, which was awesome because I'm only just beginning to use Instagram.
I have a little
Place where people went to put their food photos, so I'll be dabbling.
Okay, we're freezing up for some reason. Hang on a sec. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, all right, cool. You were frozen for a while. I know you were saying something about Instagram, but to the point of Instagram, that's something that I'm starting to actually dive into a little bit more as well. And one of the things that's been working for me on Instagram is I have a cosmetic line, which is one of my businesses. And so one of the things I've been doing is getting like what I like to call like B and C list celebrities to endorse, some D, to endorse my products and kind of, doing the whole pay for a shout out type of thing to drive traffic back and aligning with people who I think have an audience that my products would resonate with. And that's been working kind of well in sending traffic back to me and getting people to buy and also building my list on Instagram. So to piggyback off of Ryan, I'm starting to really play around on Instagram a lot because you see people building 6- and 7-figure businesses just on Instagram, and these people know nothing about marketing, and they're building these boutiques and all types of stuff just solely using Instagram. So there's definitely a huge market there that I'm starting to take advantage of as well. And then just to back up a little bit, because I know a lot of people probably don't know me, I started off, working a 9-to-5 job like most of us typically do, and got into entrepreneurship, being dragged into it, practically dragged into it by my husband, who was, of course, an entrepreneur when I met him, and involved in masterminds with Dan Kennedy, Bill Glazier, and that whole crew over there. And after finally going with him to a mastermind meeting and seeing a brand new world of people who were making all this money doing whatever it was that they were doing, I totally wanted to be down and get on board all of a sudden. And so Bill Glazier actually told me specifically to get involved in real estate investing. This was back in like 2006, 2007, and I did, and created a real estate investing coaching program, became a multi-million-dollar business, and of course, that being my first entrepreneurial endeavor, I was like, okay, entrepreneurship is totally the way to go. And learning from a lot of the guys, I know like you, Jody, it's a totally different world coming up and learning what you learn from the guys, because my market is women, and women entrepreneurs have a very different mindset from the guys that I came up learning from, who are very hardcore, zero given types, who have no problem promoting themselves and their businesses and products. And when I started working with women, they were scared to sell. They didn't want to talk about how much their stuff costs. All they wanted to focus on was their gifts and their expertise, and nobody wanted to sell. And so because I consider myself very lucky to come up learning from a lot of the internet marketing guys, I never had that problem. And so I went on a mission to teach women entrepreneurs to stop focusing so much on what it is they do and learn how to market like the guys do. So my whole business, the Superwoman Lifestyle Movement, is centered and grounded on you ladies need to cut it out and learn how to like sell some stuff for real. So that's kind of my market and what I got into. And one of the things that I find actually that's working well for me is kind of moving away from just being a regular entrepreneur and kind of having some of what I call a celebrity attachment to it. I have, some celebrity friends, of course, but more than that, just the way you position yourself and you talk and the things you say and what you do, and giving yourself the permission to make bold statements and have opinions, and moving more towards the whole thought leader type of thing has worked really, really well for me. And I sometimes ask people, they're like, people who know me well, you're not a celebrity, Vicki, but I kind of sometimes think you are a celebrity. So I saw that the way I was positioning myself and marketing myself was bringing me more opportunity, and I was able to monetize it. And so one of the things I've done is started teaching how to use the power of celebrity to leverage your business a little bit more. So those are some of the things that are working well now.
Nice. I know I've been telling everybody you're a celebrity. I've also been telling people you're a supermodel. I've also been telling people that you're taking over the late night show. I'm all about making. No, I'm excited. Are you bringing Lloyd with you to Biz and Brews?
You know what? I haven't invited him yet because I love to get away from him on these trips, but I know he's going to want to come because he's always, reading Ben's emails to me. And I'm like, if I hear Ben's name one more time, like seriously, he's like, look at this. I think he's talking about Jody in this email. And I'm like, but I am going to invite him because it's totally, the type of event he would absolutely love to be at. So let's see if we can get him out there for sure.
Well, speaking of this like man crush thing that's going on. Oh, hang on just a second. Oh yeah, thank you, Kamala. Kamala just reminded me. So something fun that we like to do on these hangouts is offer like a special like bonus that people
they got some slow ass
like
internet over there.
I know, man. I'm like, huh?
Today, dude.
We should have gone to the Starbucks.
Oh gosh. So you were asking, did I have something to offer?
Yeah, just like, do you have like an offer that you want to throw out to the people here today at this hangout if they come to Biz and Brews in March?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a brand building blueprint book that I wrote, which is a step-by-step of the various brands and businesses and markets and industries that I went into and had a lot of success. It's my trials and errors. It's the things that worked for me, the things that didn't work. All the BS that branding is, what it's really not and what it is. Most, people think it's like a logo and a tagline and, hey, that's my brand and stuff. And it's a really, really informative book. It's nothing that I just threw together. It's years of experience, and I'd be happy to, anyone who signs up, to be happy to give you a copy of that.
Awesome. Thank you. That's exciting. So cool. Now, back to where I was going. Ben, I'm going to bring you on. And I know Ben was really looking forward to like meeting Lloyd and hanging out with him at Biz and Brews. So Ben, here's your opportunity to respond to Vicki's not wanting Lloyd to come.
If Lloyd doesn't go, I don't go.
Oh no!
There you go.
Okay, you went hard. Okay.
And please tell him that I've been a fan of his for a very long time. Ever since he was at the system seminar with Ken McCarthy,
Yeah.
And they did this joint like teaching together, the two of them, about for newbies. And at the time, I wasn't exactly a newbie, but I probably got more out of that than most of the advanced stuff. And I loved it because he's all about the basics and the fundamentals. And there's none of this other. It's like squeeze page, email, sales letter, which I have actually followed that ever since.
Yeah.
And it's never let me down. So I'm a big fan of his.
Cool. I'll let him know for sure.
Yeah, awesome. So Ben, tell us a little bit about what's going on with you in the industry. I know you just did a big launch. So tell us what you're doing that's kind of new for 2016 in internet marketing, if anything.
I wouldn't say what I'm doing is new. There's my boy, right there. I don't do anything new. I have nothing new to say. I go with the fundamentals. I go with stuff that's been working for 100 years. It'll work for the next 100 years. And yet most of the people online just ignore it because it's not sexy, it's not ninja, it's not a bright, shiny object. So, for example, I'll give you an example. People are all talking about being authentic suddenly. Like it's just some new thing. But, those of us who have been doing this for 15 plus years, everyone on this call is obviously very authentic. It's like, Ryan, I can't imagine anyone being even a copy of you. It's like you're original. And same with you, Vicki.
Poor bastard. If there is one, feel sorry for that guy.
Jody, I've had to kind of keep on the leash with this a little bit because she's kind of strayed a little, trying to become a little bit too much like me, which she admitted to. But when she's just herself, I mean, she's a completely different person, and people just want to buy stuff from her. So it's like this authentic thing. It's nothing new about it, and yet everybody's going around acting like it's new. In fact, there's like this circle jerk of Amazon people now that, well, I'll review your book, and then you review my book, and then we'll go review that book. Well, why don't you just create a list and mail it every day and talk to them like they're people and have a conversation with them and be yourself? And you may just find that people find you more authentic. Vicki, you were just saying that like your list finds you to be a celebrity. That does not surprise me in the slightest because to your list, you are a celebrity. You're a radio talk show host now. Whether you are talking to them through social media or email, whatever else, you are a talk show person. And talk show people are celebrities. You may not be a celebrity to everybody who's going to like out on the internet because they don't know you yet, but to your people you are, and that's how it is. So one of the things I'll be teaching at Biz and Brews is how to create a 6-figure income, or 7 if that's what you're into, but I think most people just want to be able to see 6 figures. Writing 1 email a day, just being yourself, having a valuable offer that people actually want, and having a good time doing it, and then going on with the rest of your day, not being a slave to your computer.
Awesome. So you're not on Instagram yet, Ben?
Well, apparently I'm all over Instagram on your Instagram, but I don't have an Instagram.
He's on Instagram. He just doesn't.
Instagram
Anyway,
is a fun
so
site.
cool. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not active. Like
No
I'm
politics.
not on there. But Ben, what do you?
There's no politics or like BS. You know what I mean? It's like go there. You're like, oh, cute pictures of baby. Oh, funny stuff. So it's a lot safer place to scroll than Facebook these days.
I did log on, and I have like almost 1,000 people following me. And like 2 weeks ago, I only had like
Celebrity.
100. So I don't know what's going on over there. It's probably the photos of Ben.
Probably.
It must be.
That's what it is.
I,
It's all these celebrities.
What else would it be? I mean, really.
All those photos of Ben sleeping, right? Those are.
no, they're the photos you won't find anywhere else, where he's like loving on dogs and stuff. So.
It's photos of me and wonton.
Once.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't.
Vicki, you know what? Like, you were talking about the whole celebrity thing,
Yeah.
and when one of the things that helped me really break through to where I got a lot of exposure to a lot of people is I did sales training programs with the stars of like the $1 Million Listing TV shows. Right, they're still on TV now. But when they were like the season that they had the breakout season, I was just like perfect timing, and I was able to align myself with them and put together a real estate course together. And that celebrity, which like you say, those guys, no offense to them, they're not obviously A-list celebrities, they're reality TV people, whatever. But and I'm not trying to degrade their status or social status or anything like that. But at the same time, being able just to associate with those people allowed me to get a lot of exposure and allowed me to grow my brand alongside theirs to some degree or another, just because of being in alignment with celebrities. So like I've experienced what you were just talking about, not being the celebrity, but aligning myself with another celebrity, like firsthand experience.
They used to call them love boat celebrities because they get actors from the Love Boat, and they're like but they worked. I mean, it gives you credibility. But I love that term, love boat celebrities.
Awesome. Hey Ben, before we wrap up, I know you made an offer on our last hangout to the people that hung out there. I'm not sure if you want to do that on this one, but I wanted to give you the opportunity.
That's freezing up again. I didn't hear you.
Sorry,
It's
I
cold
wanted.
up there.
We're actually at the beach, you guys. So
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like summertime. It's amazing.
Portland has better Wi-Fi. So Ben, I was asking if you wanted to. I know you were on the last hangout and you made an offer to those people, but it's up to you if you want to do that on this one.
Yeah, I'll make the offer. How many do we have? Is there a lot of people on this, or is this just a select few?
It's just a select few on this one, but we're going to go ahead and rerun it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. For the people who are actually on this call, not the people who see a recording, because I don't really want this to get bastardized the way things get bastardized online. It will eventually when I teach it to email players and all that. But until then, I want us to profit from it first.
Okay.
So last month, as Jody knows, I had a client. I can't say his name, but he works in the entertainment industry. So he works with a lot of celebrities. Not that it has anything to do with anything. He used to get 0 sales, and he was already doing, I don't know, he was doing pretty good. He's doing, probably $300,000-400,000 a month, or a year, I think. I don't know, over in the UK. And he never would get sales for his thing in December. He always gets 0 sales, he said, no matter what. Every year, he's like, I don't care how many emails I send out, I get 0 sales. So I consulted him that month, and I gave him one little tip. It took me about 20 seconds to explain it to him. It's something I had been wanting to do myself. I just haven't done it yet. And I don't know if my list is perfect for this like his is, but it does work. And I told him to do it, and this was our first call in December, and he did it, and he suddenly was getting sales in December. He ended up doing over $100,000 that month when he usually gets 0. And in January, I think he's doing upwards of $300,000 in U.S. dollars, not pounds. And it was just 2 emails he would send out every day, and very simple. Like anybody can do this. You don't even have to be like a subscriber of mine. So anyone who's on this call and who was on that last call, not people who are here via recording, I will come up to you in Biz and Brews, or actually you've come up to me at Biz and Brews at any time, and I will use my sweet, sexy voice and whisper it into your ear, and you can profit from it too.
Yay.
How tempting.
I know. I'm going to be whispering. I'm going to be whispering in Ben's ear.
Ryan's nipples just got hard. I said that, but
I know Dan was pretty excited about that offer too. Dan Meredith, last time he was on here, he's like, I'm going to be all up in Ben's ear.
He was. Right after the call, he spent about 10 minutes on Facebook Messenger. While we were supposed to, 2 of us were on another call, he was pestering me during that on Facebook saying, can you tell me, can you tell me, can you tell me, I'll pay for it. And I said, Dan, you have to be patient. All right, I'm going to teach you a lesson in patience. And I am. I will teach him at Biz and Brews if he comes up and asks.
Dan.
And I do not have the secret. I do not know the secret Just so you guys can ask me. I told Ben, I said, don't tell me because I will secretly tell people behind your back.
Exactly, and it's one of these things that once people see it, they're gonna be like, this is so ridiculously, dumbfoundedly simple, because it is. It's just a very unique way of saying some emails 2 a day. Do it for a month, and I don't know if you'll get the same off-the-chart results as my client, but I've done this in a couple other markets, and it has done very well. So, and I would say if you have a consumer-based market, not business-to-business is fine too, but especially if you're like in weight loss, or like I'm going to use it in the golf market as soon as we relaunch, anything where people are emotional and they get them, it won't work on like sociopaths. They have to be a kind of emotional people, which is most markets who are going to buy something. They will love it. They will be all over this, and it'd be interesting to see how well it works. In fact, at Biz and Brews, anyone listening to this call and who was listening to the last call, again, if you're seeing this recording, you're shit out of luck. I will even help you write the 2 emails while we're there if you want.
Wow.
And
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm not going to do the work for you. You're going to have to get your laptop out. I'll say, write this and this, then you can show it to me, and I'll just say run it even if it sucks, because I know if you just run it, you'll do better than if you don't run anything. But I will at least look it over and give you my precious attention for 20 seconds as I whisper it in your ear and tell you to press the send button. That's the kind of nice guy I am.
We actually have a question. It's for you, Ben. But before I throw the camera back at you to answer it, I'm actually going to answer it for people. There's somebody here that wants to know where you're going to be next. And so that before we bring Kamala on, she's our final speaker today, before we bring her on, I want to talk a little bit about where Ben is going to be next. This is a really exciting event that I have planned for everybody. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. It's called Biz and Brews. It's here in Portland, Oregon, and I know I've alluded this morning. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. 1 second. Okay. Can you guys all see that? You see my website here? Okay, awesome. So this is basically like the only internet marketing event where you guys are going to have a chance to come in and like be treated like we're calling it VIP Plus, because there's no other event like this. And this is where Ben's talking about, where you guys can come over and whisper in his ear. He'll be here.
Actually, I whisper in their ear. They don't whisper. I don't want them whispering in my ear.
They don't want to whisper. There's already people over here chatting about it.
Don't get jealous.
I won't get jealous. So here down, we did this. We redid the website a little bit for you guys, so you know what you're going to get out of it. This is going to be an event where you can partner up with industry experts, and not just the people you see here on this hangout. We have 10 amazing speakers coming in, but this event is for entrepreneurs and business people alike. So people who are killing it in one area but may need help in another area, you're going to be able to get together with 50 people, not a giant massive group of thousands, but 50 people in an intimate environment where you can partner up with people who will help you along the way and give you advice that maybe has worked for them. We've heard a little bit about what Ryan's doing on Instagram, or what Vicki's doing to partner up and, like, you know, pay for these shout outs to these people who can help her. This is so awesome. So get together with these people. You'll hang out, you'll talk, and the other thing is you're going to get like exclusive opportunities. You've heard of a few things that these guys are giving away just to people that are on this hangout today. So make sure you take advantage of those. The other thing is, when you come to this event, you're not going to have to bother with like pulling out your phone and finding out what's in the area so you can go grab lunch. We're providing everything. So you just fly into Portland, get your room, and we take care of you. Your meals, your drinks. We're taking you guys on a freaking amazing brew tour also. So
Summer limos.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. We're going to ride around in style in Portland. So screw Uber. I have that down here at the bottom. Like, screw Uber, screw the yellow cabs, whatever. You are going to get the red carpet treatment. They are even giving us like these scepter things. So for people that are really like high and mighty, you can use those. But anyway, they're going to take us around. We have 3 Hummer limos right now reserved, a giant Biz and Brews party bus that's exclusively for this event. We're going to have masterminds at the bar sides. We're going to have a cocktail party on the last day. It's pretty epic. It's not like anything else. And if you want to take a look at the website and see who the other speakers are, we have Dan Meredith coming in. He's going to teach you how to build a Facebook groups. So totally free. Like, I know a lot of people pay for this advertising on Facebook, but Dan's going to show you how to stop doing that and build your audience and build your tribal cult following for $0 and 0 cents. Ray Higdon's coming in to teach you if you're into blogging, or even if you're not yet, but you've like wanted to get into that. Ray Higdon is the master. Shane Hunter's coming in. Luis Congdon's coming in. He's going to talk about podcasting. It's just a really great lineup. Like, these are amazing people. And, you know, I handpicked them. I still have a list of like 16 or 17 people that want to come in and speak at this event. But I had to like hand select the people that I felt would bring the most value. So just keep that in mind. And they're all going to be here for you. Vicki, Ryan, Ben, Kamala, you guys can vouch for me on this. When I first asked these speakers to come in and talk at this event, it wasn't just, will you come teach? It was, you guys have to hang out with everybody that's here. You guys can't, nobody going to bed early, like, that's bullshit. I've gone to events and like, hey, let's all go out to dinner. And, you know, you got like the main speaker with his brown bag heading up to his room. It's like, are you kidding me? You know, and I get it. These guys travel around, but at my event, no, that's not going to happen. We're here to have fun, learn from each other, rub shoulders with each other, and really like build lifelong relationships in business and in just like real life. So, it's definitely a unique experience. I have the agenda posted here. So check it out. I have payment options, so don't feel like you have to like make it. You know, it's like a super low price anyway for this type of event.
All your meals are covered, your drinks are covered, your Hummer limos are covered. Like, for that price, it's insane.
Everything's covered. But if you need to make a payment plan, that's totally fine. I threw one up on the website here for you, so go ahead and check it out. And just keep in mind, if you do this today, you get to take advantage of all these other offers that the speakers here have thrown out to you guys. So anyway, yeah, definitely take advantage of that.
Yes, take advantage of that.
Yeah, so I'm going to let Kamala talk now, and she's going to tell you what she's got going on. I just saw, you know, like I'm so impressed with what Kamala does. I love all you guys. You know I do. You guys are all geniuses to me. But I'm going to let her have the floor. She's going to tell you what she has going on in 2016 and what she's going to bring to the table at Biz and Brews.
Well, last night at about 4 in the morning, Jody and I, we're at the beach right now, so we're hanging out, and I said, man, we're looking at some really hypey copy. And we've been seeing some entrepreneurs that are like on the brink of suicide lately, and
this
true. Hypey copy is what's driving these entrepreneurs to suicide. And in a way, it's like they see like it's so easy to put yourself out there, get all of this, you know, like, just launch a digital product, just go over to Facebook, and all of a sudden you'll make millions of dollars. And I really want to change the game and have transparency with people and let them know how much actually goes into making it. And that's why I really appreciate everybody on this call, because people have shared their personal story. You know, they're not like hyping it up and letting you know, like, oh, you know, if you like flashy things about do this and you'll have the same results I have. You know, people here are real, which is hard to find. And one thing that I love helping people with, this is like my greatest passion in the world, is helping people take their message they're most passionate about sharing and be able to sell that online. and they package it together and maybe create something called a digital product or an online course, and they're able to share that with the world and sell it online. And what I love to do is help people do that in a way that's not really hypey, not really salesy, but speaking from your heart to other people and letting them know, this is who I am, this is what I have to offer. And also, I like to be really transparent that it's a lot of work to do it. That you see online product launches, and it takes time. The first time I launched a digital product, and I hate to admit this to the other speakers here, that it took me 2 years to make one sell off my first digital product. And I don't want that for other people. I want to make it easy. So I'm here at Biz and Brews. I'll be there to help people, and it's still going to be a lot of work for you, but it's so worth it. It's like we're hanging out at the beach. It's Monday, and I got my laptop, and I wake up in the morning and there's money in my inbox because of the digital products that we're selling. So yeah, and I want to say, like, I am so pumped about Biz and Brews and what you're doing. Like, I can't believe that you're giving away, like, the meals included. Like, I love free stuff. Like, okay, like, who doesn't love free stuff? And like, you're including the meals, you're including the drinks, and like the limos. And so I just want to extend something to everyone on this. Good. There's not too many people here. If you buy a Biz and Brews ticket today from this webinar, today only, like, because I don't want to like book up my calendar too much, but if you buy the ticket today, I will personally sit down with each person who buys the ticket today and spend 30 minutes with you mapping out what it'll take for you personally to create, market, and sell product your classrooms online. Launch strategist, I know how to, in 30 minutes, we'll be able to go through the whole process from concept to the cash. So we'll get that done, but you gotta do it today, because I just, I'm busy. So
yeah. So she did try to. We were in Portland this weekend. I know anybody who follows me on Facebook probably saw some of our videos. I will never use Airbnb again. I do not endorse that website. I had a really creepy experience. At the last minute, I was like, Kamala, you just come with me for this 3-day trip. Anyway, she was trying to get me to stop spending money on this event. She's like, no, you don't need to provide their drinks. Like, let them do it. No, you don't need to provide their food. Stop it. You can make money on this event. That's not my goal. Like, I want this event to be just as amazing as some of the really awesome events. Ben, you have your Oceans 4 event coming up right after Biz and Brews. That event pretty much changed my life, and I know that's just like by invite only, or I think it is anywhere by application, but I got to go there, and it was such a small group of people, like 25 of us, and we were shooting guns. We went, and I got to shoot guns. Like, I didn't even know I could hold some of these guns. They're huge, and it was just awesome. It was such a great time, and this was in Vegas, and I was like, I hate Vegas, but it was, just the people there made it special and made it awesome. And I still have, I connect with those people very regularly, frequently, and that's what can happen here at Biz and Brews for you. That's what I want. I want people to come in here that thought they would never get to hang out with Vicki Irvin, Ryan Stewman, and Ben Settle and Dan Meredith, and I want you to be like, I'm friends with these people now. So anyway, cool. So that's my offer. I think that's it. I mean, we have some more time, so if anybody has questions, throw them over in the chat. Vicki, Ryan, I know you already put your link to your website. Ben and Vicki and Kamala, you guys feel free to do that too. So if you guys want to...
I was actually just putting a link there that I was referencing what Kamala was saying about people being authentic and buying, and people getting ripped off, the little suicidal speech or whatever. I actually wrote a blog post about why people buy bullshit versus the real thing. But here's the deal: if you buy a ticket today to Biz and Brews, I'm gonna be there, right? I'll smoke a joint with you, right? So we got that going for us. You know what I mean? And I already got a connection there set up, and it's like nobody on the Hangout here. Some good shit too, right? Because they know I don't fuck around. So, I mean, you'll have that going for you. Like, you can get really stoned with me, and then you can go, like, draw out some, like, you know, this is what could happen. You get really stoned with me. Ben Settle could whisper some weird shit in your ear. You could get all paranoid about it, and then run over to Kamala, and then she could, like, map out your whole business, and then, like, the next day, like, you wake up, you have, like, cookie crumbs all over your face and shit. But a completed business plan. It's fucking awesome. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, maybe Lloyd will come now.
Even though it's not like this. What was that, Vicki?
I guess Lloyd will probably come now when I tell him about Ryan's offer.
So, by the way, it is perfectly legal here in Oregon now. Not that
Absolutely.
I want it to be, you know, it's a brew, it's a biz and brews, but, you know, whatever. If that's your thing, cool. I know Ben likes cookies, so he'll probably wake up with the cookie crumbs on his face anyway.
Cookies are good.
I'll put it on Instagram for those that miss it.
Sleeping with cookies. That's funny.
Anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, let's see. Yeah, Lauren, cool. I see you're like all chatty Cathy over here on the chat box. Lauren is actually, she's pumped about coming to Biz and Brew. She's already bought a ticket. So anybody that's already bought a ticket that still came and hung out with us today, you still get in on these offers. So don't worry, Lauren. You're included, okay? And you get special treatment anyway because you're awesome. Anyway, if you haven't found each of us on Facebook, go ahead and do that. You know, you can follow what's going on. I'll add you to the Biz and Brews event site, and you can stay tuned. We're going to have part 3 of, it's actually the final part of this webinar series. We're doing a 3-part series, so next week we're having Ray Higdon and Louise Congdon, and Amy Elizabeth is going to be on there too. She is, I'm calling her the brains and the beauty and the life of the party. So anyways, so we're going to have her on, and we're going to learn a little bit about what she's going to come and bring to Biz and Brews as well. Anyway, so join us. I'll send out the link to that, and you can come and join us for the 3rd and final series of this webinar and take advantage of some of the offers that those people are going to be presenting, especially for this event. So cool. Any final words from you guys?
Yeah, I'd like to answer the question where I'll be next. It's not Biz and Brews, actually. It'll be at AWAI's Web Intensive at the end of this month. So this has nothing to do with anybody probably on this, but if you happen to be there, Jody will be there. I'm bringing her with, and I would probably tell you that email trick if you happen to be at that event too. Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not. That was a nice little disclaimer at the end.
He's like, what Ben basically said was, I was thinking about being nice, but I'll wait.
I changed my mind. That doesn't last too long.
And that was real scarcity. It's gone.
You had your chance.
Cool. Ryan, are you going to be hanging out anywhere? Are you just doing your own events until Biz and Brews? What do you have going on?
I am speaking at Funnel Hacking Live, I think. I don't remember if that, I'm terrible with dates. I can't remember the exact dates of that, but I'm one of the main presenters now at Funnel Hacking Live, so I think that's my next thing. I usually do behind, like, I don't do a lot of, like, this may be one of 5, like this Biz and Brews thing, like one of 5 events. A lot of corporations hire me to go speak to their sales force, so it's like I don't do like the open, you know, a lot of people can come to our events. We have live events that we do here, but they're like 20 people live events. They're really small. I think actually the last one I did here last week was 50 people, but we keep them pretty small because there's only so much penthouse space to go around, right? And because we actually do them here on the 5th floor in the building. And then, but like I said, it's mostly like, it's never anything that's really open to the public like what we're doing right here. And then Funnel Hacking Live is the only other time. Usually everything that I do is like private corporations pay me, and then I go behind the scenes and talk to their sales force or whatever, right?
Hey, Ryan, are you going to bring that drill sergeant with you to like make people do push-ups if they yawn while you're up on stage?
That's that you know we Jay is a VA specialist. So like when veterans come back and they need financial assistance and they need mortgages and they have all these government aid programs that they fought for that they're entitled to, right? They went and served our country, and so Jay's like the smartest dude I've ever met when it comes to that. And a lot of my business is based around real estate agents and loan officers. So I just went and found the smartest dude there is that knows about this stuff to train real estate agents and loan officers for like a super low price. I usually charge $500 a ticket or $5,000 a ticket for my events. I only charge these people $250 because I want to help the vets back. So we like armed them with a bunch of information about how we can help veterans save money and get into houses and stuff like that. And then we created funnels to where we save them from running into a deal with somebody that doesn't know all the extra things that they could get, right? We feel like we're the now that I've armed everybody with the info. So that's why he was there. It was actually a boot camp for veterans. And so if you yawned in the event, my boy Jay, who's a Marine, right, he would run over there and be like, "Give me 10, damn it!" Like wake you back up. So
I never have to yawn until people start talking about yawning. So
or you see somebody do it and you're like, "Damn it!"
Vicki, what do you have going on? Like South Africa or somewhere recently, right?
Yeah, I was in Nigeria for about 10 days. I was in Nigeria a couple months ago.
Did you feel weird sending emails from there? They're like, nobody's gonna believe me, right? Like I could never sell anything. I'm in Nigeria now. You're like, feel weird
right, exactly, right. Ruined my capability. No, I was there with one of my clients who's a singer and a celebrity. I do a lot of social media stuff for her and some PR stuff for her as well. So they brought us all out there, and we were like running from gig to gig, and It's a lot of opportunity in Nigeria, actually. You could actually just go there and start talking to people and get hired to do something just like that. I was taking over social media for hotels for the night, getting paid to party. It was crazy. So that was a lot of fun. I'm also speaking at an event in Virginia, oh gosh, sometime this month, Release the Chains. I'm actually speaking at that with Lloyd because they're doing a different kind of twist on it. They want to see entrepreneurs who are couples to give inspiration to others. You know how usually it's in the household, one may be an entrepreneur, the other is not, and so they bump heads because it's two totally different mindsets. So they're trying to provide inspiration on how Lloyd converted me to being an entrepreneur. So I'm speaking there, but I don't do a whole lot of speaking engagements either. I turn down a lot of stuff because I don't like to travel a lot, so I only do select events, and I stick to my own events and working with my private clients and my mastermind clients. But I'm a person who doesn't like to do a whole bunch of traveling. So the people who are speakers who are running around just from stage to stage, I could never live that lifestyle. But
Cool. Yeah, no kidding. So I couldn't live that lifestyle either, for sure. I know I'm going to this thing, this AWAI thing. I actually really hate flying. It's pretty stressful. Like by the time when I take vacations, I actually stay home. I don't like going anywhere because by the time the vacation's over, I need a vacation from the vacation. Mm-hmm. So anyway, cool. So I just put the website up here. Vicki, Ben, if you guys want to like plug your website in here, Kamala, you too, go ahead and drop it in there because I know some of these touch with you guys. Get to know you guys a little better before they come to Biz and Brews. So anyway, yeah, go ahead and take advantage of that. And thanks again for taking the time to come and hang out with us. I will be replaying this for people on my other lists. And so anyway, and then I'm probably going to just go ahead and publish this again, but we will make sure nobody gets an opportunity to whisper in Ben's ear or get like a free no F point from Ryan. Anyway, so thanks again. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the internet connection here at the beach. So yeah, you guys have a good day. Take care, and for everybody here at the webinar, make sure you take advantage and grab your ticket today.
Cool.
All right.